Welcome back to Factorio Nullius and the October-November community map. So last time I built this here to deal with the gravel, so it looks like that is working fairly well. Looks like I'm still kind of short on plastic, maybe I need more aluminium for these capacitors, we'll have to see on that. But what I want to do this time really is get into the concrete industry, so that's to make this concrete here, which needs cement. Also want to make over here, I want to make the cement, and I want to make mortar. And this is because it seems to be needing a few upcoming buildings, so I can then get the better wind turbine that needs that concrete, and I can get this large assembly machine which has a crafting speed of 4, so that's going to be very nice, but that needs the mortar. And I think a lot of the upcoming hard tier buildings also need some of this stuff, so probably I should make definitely concrete and mortar, which needs cement as an intermediate, and put those two on the bus. A few quick things since last time, so I extended out the compression here a bit more so I can store more nitrogen and have a bit more peak power if the wind goes completely away. And didn't add any more electrolyzers, but I did add some more tanks with some more pumps just to store them because this hydrogen was getting filled up. With this many tanks and long chain, I found this pump here. It just can't really pump effectively from all the way over here. There's actually a limit on how fast you can transfer tank to tank. So I put another pump here and that just links in with the hydrogen there, so that bit of pipe there is kind of like a bi-directional balancing thing, I don't know, but it works fine. And it gets enough hydrogen out that I should be able to run these at full speed, except for there's not enough CO2 now, so that could be something to do, but I think coming up I have got a better refiner and a better air filter. So like the version 2 of those, so I might wait until I've got that and then I could probably upgrade this to just be faster in the same space. So looking at these recipes, it looks like I'm going to need aluminium because I need this here. I'm going to need lime, which is there and I think there. I don't think there's one anywhere around here at all, and I'm going to need sand, which I can get from either of these or extra sand from sandstone if I need it. There's also some limestone down there and some bauxite over there, so the question then is where to build. So this is actually depleting fairly quickly, so it might be an idea to start building another one of these, basically copy this up here. A lot more bauxite up here to use. Easy access to water for dumping out the sludge and so forth if I need to. Then I can bring the limestone across there, so that might be the easiest way, and then the sand I can probably get it off this belt. If I really need extra sand, I can always upgrade this belt to a red belt. And like I mentioned before, I could convert the stone, which I've not done anything with, into more sand by turning the stone into gravel, then into sand. And it looks like I need to just move this a bit faster, so what I'm going to do is change that. So there's 2 inserters there now. And then once this box is empty, I can get rid of the box, and that will stop that bottleneck. So on to the first stage, I need to make my crushed limestone. So in the mine there's not really much to show there, that's a simple layout. And then the crushed limestone is made in crushers. I can make the tier 2 crusher. So if it uses 8 every 4 seconds, that means it uses 2 per second. Speed 2 crusher is 2, so that's 4 per second. So that is 30 over 4, 7.5, so I think I'll do 6, I'll do 3 on each side. So I'll do like 3 there, output belt there, and then 3 there. In fact, I probably need a red belt for output if I'm doing 2 to 1. So we'll do that. Then, or I could just do, I think I could just do 2 belts here, but actually thinking about it, 8 things will be 8 things per second, that's quite a lot of inserter speed. Might actually need more than 1 inserter for each step. So we'll go with this for now, so that's going to go there and there. And then I'm going to start with 1 each, but I'm feeling like I'm going to need 2. Just looking at how fast that is. Oh, I do need to set the recipe on all of them. Yeah, see that's not keeping up at all, so 2 for each. Then this one's a lot stuck. I've only got speed 1 furnaces, I think, the basic medium furnace, so let's go use 3 every 5 seconds. I think I have 15 out of there if I got the math right on that, so if that's 15 and I'm using 3 every 5 seconds, I think that'd be 25 furnaces. I'm not entirely sure if I actually want to build that many just now. But I do want to filter that though to get rid of the stone. That should have been done first. Let's see, 15. So I could do 7 and 7. Maybe I'll just build the 7 for now and see how that goes. But first of all, let's get rid of this stone. The stone's going to have to go down onto the main bus from here. Should be fine with I think it should be fine with a regular belt. Yeah, it makes less stone in the input. Probably actually fine with a regular belt there even, but I'll leave that as fast for the time being. And take that down to the other stone. So since I've not done the stone here yet, that is going to block eventually. So back to storing up more boxes. Put one there for now, and then I can dump that out in the future. Because yeah, until I decide what to do with that stone, that's not going to go anywhere. I don't know what that was for, but let's just make that not be there. Got these medium ones of 3x3, so they're actually quite big as well. So yeah, I don't think I want to be building too many of these right now. So this is going to produce, that produces CO2 as well. Actually produces a reasonable amount of it. Interesting. So I will need to deal with that somewhere. So probably still build them in threes. Put the power pole somewhere out the way though. Ah, but that's not going to leave space for, I'm about to do that and have an inserter because they're not 4 tiles. 4 tiles would be a lot more convenient, I guess. So I think the best way is going to be that. Oh, actually, how much they output? I don't think they output too much. No, they output fairly small. So if I do that, then I can put those like that and have a belt there. Inputs are just nice and straightforward. Then they go there. That can fit in there, and that can go there. That can go there. And I think I'll build 6 then because that's convenient for the space. As for the CO2, I've already got a CO2 surplus line here, so I can just dump it into this line. This is from the steel processing. So that gives the first component I need. The other one I need is silica. So I'm actually quite close to the northern water here, so I'm probably going to use that water for it. And just deciding where to put those furnaces, or I could take the silica off of here. There's not much I need. I'm going to try taking off this belt, I think, to start with. And if I need drastically more in the future, I'll have that to expand easily enough because, like I say, I've got water there and I can get sand if I need it. And I've also got the sand on the belt actually. Plenty of options for sand. And aluminum. So since aluminium is running out here anyway, I think the easiest way to make this aluminium hydroxide is going to be if I just copy this anyway, because it seems to be a relatively well working solution. But then I can take the hydroxide off of, well, that'll be fine taking it off the belt somewhere around here. And then I'll be able to use that for this purpose. The only thing I need to do then is I need to get caustic solution and sludge. Well, look at this bauxite, it is basically directly north of that. So if I just come up north and put it there, then I can just run these additional pipes up straight along it. So I think something like that looks ideal. If I get rid of those relays I don't need, then that frees up that space. Have I aligned these correctly yet? No, those are actually out of alignment. So let's just move those out the way for a second. Let's actually fix the turbines first. I want these to all be aligned so that I can build a grid more easily. And right now I'm not really building a grid, I've just got like a kind of messy arrangement there. So that can come, well, those would come along there. Then there'll be another one there, and that one there hasn't got power for some reason. Make sure that's linked up. Gonna actually get one there, so yeah, they're gonna look like that. Then if I go back to my aluminium setup, I build that. There looks good. Then it's mostly staying out of the way of the wind turbines. So that's good. I can get lots of power Oh, I need to move it one tile over. Actually, I do need to get those on the left there, I think. Let's see, so that's going to be... I think it's there. Always misleading. Yeah, you can't build there, that is correct. And in fact, that's something I should have copy-pasted the first time. I guess I did my copy slightly wrong, so that should have gone there. Don't need that. I do need to sort out this water input here. But I can probably make fresh water and dump the excess over there. So what I've got to do then is bring the caustic solution up and the graphite up. Graphite is... let's look at this one. Graphite comes up the middle here. So this is graphite and that is trash. So I have graphite here. Somewhere. Oh, it's over here, but I can change that to go that way. And I can take out the sand and the crushed iron. I guess for lacking some better solution for now, what I'll do with the crushed iron ore is... maybe let's merge it onto here. Bring the belt straight down and merge it. If I can merge the sand as well, it solves having to filter it. So I'm still waiting on some bits and pieces to be built here, because a lot of that I haven't automated, unfortunately. So my plan for water on those, although I'm actually going to use the ingots for now, I think I might as well set it up, is basically to take the hydrogen setup I had, which I tried out last time, because that was very effective. But I found I just need the one well, and the one hydro plant will give more than enough water for that. Then the wastewater is going to come out here somewhere, wherever I can find space for the pipe. Looks like that's good. And then I'm going to take both the wastewater and the sludge up to another hydro. This one's going to process the sludge into wastewater, merge the wastewater and dump it in the sea over here. So that's quite convenient having the water close by, because although I had to run a long pipe for the caustic solution, I didn't have to run a long pipe for the other stuff. So hopefully right now half the hydroxide will be enough, but if it's not, I can basically move this around there. So I'm going to take that hydroxide, bring that over to I think about here, and this is where I'm going to do the concrete then, over here between these wind turbines. So silica can come up there, I've got the lime, and I'll bring the hydroxide over. So that's everything I need to make cement. I actually do need more water, so I guess I'm going to do this again and dump the wastewater over there again, because I'm still near the water source. So that takes care of that one. And what does concrete need? It wants more water, it wants gravel, which I can get from the belt, and sand, which I can get from the belt. So everything I now need should be there, and I can just bring it up and then take some stuff down. So really I have no idea at all how many of these I'm going to need. So since it's a 10-second recipe, I think 10 is a good number to start with, and I'll go from there. That's going to need cement, so cement first. So I said 10 seems a good number. And yeah, I guess I really have no idea which one wants to be on the bottom or the top. What I'm going to do though is let's assume I have a layout that looks a bit like that, then leave another space. So I'm going to start there, and then if I need to put a second row in, I have space here. So that's nicely between that one there. So cement, which needs quite a lot of inputs. So it needs 3 different inputs. Lime being by far the biggest one. So let's say lime goes that way, since lime is there. And the other 2 things I'll load half and half on there. And then cement goes that way. And then do I want to build these in 3s or 4s? Doesn't quite work in 4s, so let's build it in 3s. So, and I said, going to be inputs there, outputs there, and more inputs there. Then I said 10, but if I'm building 3 at a time, let's just go with 9. That's a nice round number. So that's 3, 6, and 9. Bring the silica up to merge with that. Lime should be fairly straightforward, because I can just go slightly out of the way of that stuff so I can pass the power pole, and then lime will be that. And then actually that lines up quite nicely because then that side loads there, silica comes up here. So the next step I want to make is mortar. So that needs more lime, it needs the cement. This needs cement or does it need mortar? It needs cement. So let's put a split on that so that I can have cement going multiple places. That'll go up to mortar. I'll probably build it about here, just have a little bit of space to work with. It's also going to need more lime. So how much does it need? Equal over both. So if I did build that here, what do I need? A flotation cell. Let's have a look at what this looks like. Okay, so it's just water coming in, that's simple, and 3 inputs and 1 output. So if I move that down a little bit, fit the output there, water can come there, and there can be an inserter there. Then there can be 2 belts. I think I can build these, looks like 2 at a time, so 1 and 2. So inserters for input and input. Like so. And sand's going to be the other thing I need to bring up from the belt. But for the lime, I'm just going to take this, put a splitter on there, and then that should be able to balance it nicely. Get rid of the stuff I picked up. And it's actually looking like I'm really going to want the second set of those, so that's just going to be mirroring that there, I think. So actually if I mirror that the opposite way around, then the pipes will be on the top. So pipeline there. That can actually go across there, that would be rather much neater. Then that's an output, isn't it? So output there. That goes there, the belt goes there and can merge over there. And hang on, don't forget the inserters to go there, otherwise it's not going to work. Other than that, I should be able to just repeat that whole thing, and that should work nicely. But I did say 25 originally, I might even need to go towards 25, I think that would be... So that's 6, that would be 24, so I could build up to there if I need to, double it. But I'm going to see how this goes first. It won't be too hard to double if I need to though. So it seems at some point I broke this, so the problem here is that I need to get the pipe from here to here. Need that to make the chimneys, need that to make the furnaces, so need those furnaces for expanding the... Well, I've got some there, but I'd like to have more furnaces. So question is how to get from there to there. Like I say, not particularly neat, but a workable solution would be that. Put them over there, then come around there, and then that inserter can get them. Otherwise I could move that 1 space over, but looking at that, if I move that 1 space over, I'll just move the problem to how do I get from there to there. So I think this is a workaround solution that I can work with. So this here seems like a really tiny amount of water, so what I'm going to do until such a time I have a problem is I'm just going to use this one I happen to have over here, because I think that will be simpler than actually building a new one. So main issue is getting the pipe. I'm just going to run the pipe around the bauxite here. So that is mortar working. So now on to concrete. So concrete is more flotation cells. It seems to be popular today. So flotation cell over here. It's actually another water input, so I can do roughly the same thing. But let's actually have the concrete come out the same as well. Let's see if I can just use literally a mirror. So it's going to want the cement actually, so that's from there again. It's going to want gravel and it's going to want sand. So it looks like it is actually going to be basically a mirror of that. So likewise with that there, belt at the top, then one of those for input and one of those for input. And actually makes that simple because what I can do then, I was thinking of putting these on the same belt anyway, and that just side loads them, that makes that very convenient. Does that pipe reach? Nope, I can put another bit of pipe there so that gets across. Now I just need to give it some power. Can that connect? Oh, I think this power pod's actually got too many things connected to it. Don't want into that issue very often, but it seems like I have here. So what they need is the main input. The biggest input is gravel. So let's put the sand and the cement on one thing. So cement is... Try to work out the best way of doing that. Cement is there. Didn't mean to do that quite like that. Let's bring that across. Then I can put the sand on there. Let's put the gravel on the top one. I think that'd be neater because then the gravel can come up here next to the sand. Potentially, so gravel is that one there. So basically I want to get from there to there. Portion of that pipe is there, so what I might do is that. Then that leaves me space for that there, and that can go around. And in fact, I'll make it a priority one because making the cement is more important than making the sand down there. So with that done, that's very simple then. That can just run straight up here next to the sand. And with that, I have one complete cement plant. So basically this is a cement plant here, taking limestone, making me mortar and concrete. And I found I need a cement bags or anything else right now, but I can always put those on the bus if I need to. And these come down here ready to be used for something later. And so extra aluminium, I'm actually doing anything with this right now, but have it available when I need it because that is slowly running out. But for now I'm just tapping off this here to make the cement. So let's see if I can finish off by making this wind turbine 2. Now I have concrete available. So looking at this, the first thing I need to make is the standard turbine 2, I think useful, and I need to make the basic wind turbine because I've actually been handcrafting those so far. So to make the standard turbine 2 I need that, and I might also make the backup one while I'm at it. So that's just a power switch. But this is quite a few things I need here, so let's see. Doesn't look like I need any of that stuff, but I do need the standard turbine 1. So those need to come over here. Red pipe, motor 2s I've got around somewhere. Capacitors, I've got all this stuff around, I just need to figure out how to get it here. So for example, steel gears are I think up here. Do I need aluminium in any form at this time? Let's see. Not that one. I need aluminium sheets. I think there's rods up there. This is going to need power poles, which I'm making somewhere else. Pylon 2s, I can make those with the power poles. So no, I don't actually need the aluminium rods. I just need the steel cable. I just need the steel gears. So let's just take the gears. That'll be for that. Then what was the other stuff I needed? Other stuff I needed was steel gears, capacitors, aluminium sheets, which I can get from... Must be aluminium around here somewhere. I get from over there, so that's fine. Then pipe 2s, I can get that. Quite nice to see if I could combine anything. I can also get gears from over there. I have to see which one works out hardier. So now I'm going to want sheets, so I can start with that. So those are wanted. And I know power poles and capacitors are over here. So let's look at these power poles first. So I need the pylon 2s. Can I make that in a small one or is that a medium one? Let's find out. That is a medium one. So that's the wrong size. That's the one I want. So I want one of those here for pylons. And then I want power pole 1s, which is this one with my pylons. So essentially I want to put that and that onto a belt. Since that's going to be on the far side, no, that wasn't quite what I wanted to do. I wanted to do, I think, that. Let's pick up those rods. So let's go put those on opposite sides. That's great. This wants, does it want 2 or 1? It wants 2 rather. So that's the 2s, and it wants steel beams. Where's steel beams around? They're not there. They're not there. Oh, they're over there. That's kind of awkward. I guess I'll just bring steel beams down separately. Maybe what I could do is if I do that, move that there, move that. I think that's the simplest way. I can put steel beams on here. And insulated wire, which is there. So guess I can move that belt down a little bit, so I can put an inserter. Inserter can go there. Not sure there's any benefit to splitting on that, considering. So what I'm going to do actually is just put an underground belt from there to there, and then get the insulated wire from there. So that works. That should give me these, and it'll be actually useful to have these anyway, so I don't have to keep handcrafting them. So let's put a box of those, and then I need to get that box out somewhere. Maybe down the middle here would be the easiest route. Actually, I know I started to get aluminium sheets here. I just saw an easier way of doing it. So I want those capacitors, and oh look, they're both on exactly the same belt. So let's just take that along as is. So that can be... I don't want that to line up. I guess I want it to line up there. So that'll be one belt and two belts sorted. So if I don't want that, I'll just bring that down here. So I have motor 2s here, but I think it's going to be exceptionally hard to get those red motors out of the middle there. So what I'm thinking is I left this space here anyway for putting in more belts and stuff, so I can put a belt in here, and that can just go up to the bus. And I can get the concrete as well, because I know I'm going to want concrete for these wind turbines. Now, so let's look at this here. So steel cable is made from steel wire, which is made from steel rods. So I actually need both steel rods or cable and the plates or the sheets to make gears, or the gears themselves. But since that starts to get complicated, what I was thinking is I might as well just bring both of these down, and then I'll have both the basic resources available. So, running back over here, so I'm making the gears in place. I think the gears were, I should have just did the wrong one, didn't I? The gears are for this one here, as is some of the other stuff. So let's start with that. Oh, I need pipe as well. Well, let's just figure out pipe in a second. But gears for one can just be made with that, and that can be quite line up as well as I want. So I guess I could actually move that one tile over, then that can go there. It's a bit tidier. So that makes the gears for that. Then I needed that. I need the sheets for that as well, so I need both of those things. Might need to just move that somewhere less in the way actually. Maybe I put it there for now. Just until I have a better idea on where to put it. So that can't go there, it doesn't fit. I kind of want it to go... Yeah, it's kind of awkward. Maybe the better way of routing those so they're out the way would be around the back there. Then that can come along there and it can be brought across. Red motors I brought down the back here, so they can come there. That'll go in there. And I just need to get this red pipe. So I could make the pipe from the steel. That is an option. It could be the easiest option. It'd be easier maybe than getting that. Question then is where exactly to put it. There could be an option. I think I don't actually need the upgraded one of those, but yeah, I don't need to upgrade one of those. Let's make a regular foundry. So now I need to get though from here to here with that steel plate. And that's the best I'm going to get with that. So that'll be that there and that there. So if I've got all of this correct, then this should work. Yep, I'm getting pipe and I'm getting turbines. Not left myself a huge amount of space, so what I might do is move that one tile further down. A little bit less compact, but that's fine, then that can fit in there. Power switches, I can't feel like I'll do them another time. I can actually know if I want to mass produce these or not. It depends on if I find a use case, but if I do, that's where it'll go. So onto wind turbines, I need the backup turbine one. Kind of odd that it's backup and standard. But anyway, so I need this one. Probably the best way of getting that out of there is going to be insert it across there, I think. Now I can underground myself across there. Let's build them. I'm actually wanting to that cliff there, aren't I? Didn't realise I was getting quite that close to stuff. Let's go with that. Maybe I'll build them like here and here. Or here and here. But that one's the first one, so I also need the power pole. And I thought I made the big power poles. Did I make a mistake? Oh no, they're just coming more slowly. That's all actually went out of ore, so I can get rid of that for a bit more space. And something else I just realised is, well, we realised it earlier and then forgot about it, but this wind turbine too, it needs a larger same machine. So I've not automated those yet, but I did grab some mortar because mortar was required for that, and handcrafted one, so that can go there. That can therefore make the wind turbine number 2. That can go there. Then it can't be nice to actually have this research done. I think the problem is I'm using up all the resources here right now. Let's see. Oh, as those capacitors are going, did I not fix them as well as I thought I did? Oh, there are capacitors. I'm not sure what I did here. It looks like some random bits of belt got destroyed. Honestly, cannot think how that happened right now, but that's why the silencer's broken. Anyway, so back to this. So power poles can come on there then. So power poles are there, they can come down. That solves that too. So that's 1 and 2. That actually is everything I need for that one. So this one needs the extra stuff. So I need the concrete, which means I need to get... If I move that there, concrete can come there. That solves that one. And I need the steel cable. So I can make the steel cable here, I believe. So if I find a foundry, or make another foundry, that'll make wire. And was cable a foundry or was it a assembly machine? It's the same machine. So one foundry goes into one assembly machine. Just realised, kind of oddly enough, steel wire doesn't take lubricant, which is, well, it doesn't have a lubricant enhanced version. It actually takes lubricant all the time. Interesting. I just realised that now. Kind of staying at that going, why is the recipe I want's not there? And that takes lubricant as well, so they both take lubricant. If I move that out the way so I can get the pipe in there, that'll be handy. And then insert it to go across. Insert it to go across. And then that can just go down there, and that'll be very simple. Lubricant should be around here somewhere from when I did all these. One's up there. Yeah, up there's a bit there. Kind of made it difficult to get through here, but if I can get to here, that would be ideal. So let's see if that reaches anywhere useful. Oh yeah, that's perfect. So if I come across there, lubricant, then it can come over here and go in a little corner, and that's fine. Oh, and one last thing, not least, the standard turbine 2s, which I was putting in that box. So I can bring that across there, bring that down there, bring that across, and that should make everything happy and working. Yep, great, that is working. So what I can do now is have a box of those, and hopefully, I think this is the same size. That was bigger, doesn't it? Let's see if it is the same size. Maybe. Let's see if I can upgrade 2 in place. I hope the distance between them is the same. I don't want to have to rebuild everything, but I would also really like to have this extra power. Okay, so it's the same size on the ground, and the fact it didn't stop me building those there, yeah, it's the same spacing as well, so I can upgrade all the wind turbines I've already got, which will give me a decent amount of extra power, because if we look at the 2 of these here, I can see that this one here produces average 600, this one produces average 1.6, so that's 1,600, so it's just under 3 times more power. And with the distribution tech completed, what I can do is make this provider where it says not a small demand, it's a request a chest. So once that's done, what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to request all the original tier 1s here, and then basically the tier 1s can be fed into there to make more tier 2s. So with that, what I should be able to do is basically just upgrade all of these. At least all the ones that are in the network nice and easily. They'll bring out the tier 2s as they make them, and then as they bring back the tier 1s that they no longer need, they'll bring them back to here. Then they get made into more tier 2s, and everything works along happily like that. Looks like steel cable is interesting enough the slowest thing here, so let's just see if I can make that faster. Looks like this is the slowest piece, so I didn't actually expect that. I thought it wouldn't be the case, but I can upgrade that to a Mark II, so that will double that speed. And looks like it's still going to be the slowest point, but I have doubled the speed now, so it's like I'm going to make a huge number of wind turbines. This is kind of just going to be I want lots right now, but I don't need lots long term. So I think that'll be fine. And since this is a 1-for-1 replacement and I'm not increasing the numbers right now, one other change I'm going to make, I'm going to put a circuit condition on this. This is going to be set to read contents. And this is only going to be enabled if there's nothing in the box. So let's just say everything equals 0. So I'm not going to make fresh tier 1s unless I actually need fresh tier 1s. But I think that comes to a good place for me to take a break because I have achieved some major objectives. I have got all the concrete stuff, so I've got concrete, find the right place on the map, so I've got the concrete and I've got the mortar and I've got the cement to make them, as well as the lime to put into that and a bit more aluminium for it. And I've then managed to do some really good work using that, so I've made the standard turbine 2s, which I'm then using to make into wind turbine 2s along with the concrete I've got. So that's going to be a very nice boost to my power production, which I already had quite a lot of these, so I already had over 150 wind turbines. So if I can upgrade all these wind turbines basically in place to wind turbine 2s, I'm going to over double my power capacity because at this point that doesn't really matter, that's pretty tiny. And for backup power, I think I'm still fine with this. So this is a lot of compressed nitrogen, it seems to be a pretty good setup I've got here. So looking ahead, I'm not sure if there's any industrial things I now really need to do, because I've done the waste processing and I've done the concrete. Quite possibly I'll just spend some time either next episode or in between episodes to optimise the science so I can get through this research quicker, and then I can get onto the green science pack, which is I believe the next one. But I'm still quite a few researches away from unlocking that. So be sure to like, subscribe and tune into that.